Alrighty, today's little adventure takes place in Elk Garden. This is the Elk Garden School, or it used to be the school, now it's the community ministries, where I think they offer a food pantry, that type of thing. We'll get on the road here. Also, would be remiss if I didn't mention State Senator Ben Chafin right now. He passed away recently, and I know he was a supporter of the ministry here. And by all accounts that I've heard, and he was a good, fine man, and I met him a couple of times. Very gracious man, so definitely wanted to mention that. Mention his passing. Left a void. So we're coming up on this old church here, and I will stop back by on my way back and tell you a little bit more about it. Let's get on the road. I've dropped my blood pressure 20 points on both sides just to come through here. So peaceful. It's a perfect little, it's like driving in a postcard, is like I always like to say. Beautiful. And don't speak to me. That's fine. I hate getting high-hatted. You're supposed to speak to people on these old back roads. Maybe he did, maybe I missed it. But I am petty. I'll take that to my grave. Russell County. I don't know about you. We're getting pretty close to the old Stuart house, or Stuart mansion, I guess they call it. Should be there very shortly. I always like seeing these abandoned houses. Here in Elk Garden, I took a picture of this a while back, and it really got a lot of likes and attention on Facebook, so I thought I'd share it here in video form. Driving past here, going to Governor Henry Stuart Mansion, as it's known. Can't help but wonder what life was like in a place like that back in its day. We'll be approaching just around the corner. Maybe you can see it up on the hill there. Maybe not. Kind of eclipsed by the trees, but that's the Governor Stuart Mansion. And this is more of a side view. Fortunately, we're coming at a good time of year because it won't be as eclipsed by your foliage and leaves and whatnot. And here's an abandoned house right behind the side of it. I'll pull in here for just a second. I'm going to take a quick look. And here's an abandoned home right beside of it, which is interesting. You don't usually see a really nice brick home like this that is abandoned. I don't want to get too close because I'm sure it's private property, but pretty neat thing to see. Well, it says welcome, so right there, so surely it's referring to me. It's a good sized house. I'm not taking any chances by going inside. I've watched the episode of Andy Griffith with the old tramps in the Rimshaw house, so this doesn't end well. I think I'll just stay over here. Okay, what else can we see interesting? Well, there's some old animal bones. Beer bottle. More animal bones. I hope that's animal. And a really nice waterfall. And there sits the Governor Stuart Mansion on the hill.
Very regally, I might add. Go by as slowly as possible. A little more traffic comes to here than you would think, but I love the architecture to that. It's very unique. And here's some old ruins. Kind of pretty too. In its own way. So I'll go back here and give you a shot of the old abandoned house across the street, which is not accessible. It's gated off, so I'm not sure why those would be abandoned now. I imagine somebody in the comments might know a lot more about it than I do. This is definitely a landmark that a lot of people around here are familiar with. I get carried away by pterodactyl, I believe. It's about what it feels like out here too. So it's on the boonies. Would you look at that little waterfall? Tell me you don't just love that look. Probably not a smart move to leave my car running, but there's only good people in Russell County from what I hear, so I believe I can trust them. Another abandoned house across there. Strange. And there, on the hill, sitting regally, the Stuart house. Part of the Stuart land and cattle family. There was some relation to General Jeb Stuart of the Confederate Army, of course. I'm gonna post a picture from there, man. It just lights up the internet because it's just a beautiful home. Such an interesting architecture to it. As far as this thing will zoom in, unfortunately. So I'll get back to the old car, of course, when I turns the dogs loose on me. Funny what you can do and accomplish when you're not planning to do anything. No intentions of coming out this way. Didn't even cross my mind until I got my son said he's going to be a little bit late. So I decided to kill some time. Anyway, Hope you guys enjoyed this look at a little drive out and through Elk Garden, and get back on the road. Oh, I actually promised you guys a shot of that church back there, so this ain't the end. Hold on. I'll pick it back up on down the road. But it might be good to get a view from this angle too. We're gonna drive on off into the sunset, literally. Actually, you can see that on here, but the moon is out. Yeah, right there. There's another old. There's some history behind that I used to know, and I do know somewhere deep in my mind, but it ain't coming to me right now, so I'll have to touch you back up on that one.
Okay, Russell County, it's your chance to redeem yourself. Ouch! I am 0 for 2. Losing faith in humanity here. So here, if I took a right, you'd end up in Meadowview eventually, and left gets us back to 19, heading back between Lebanon and Richlands. This is called Hyder's Gap. It's spelled Hayters, but it's pronounced Hyder's, not haters like you might think. So what I'm going to start calling the people that troll me in the comments is Hyder's. Haters is too strong of a word. I seem to get a disproportionate share of those, so it's like real life translates to YouTube. Divisive person, I guess. I like me though. So all these Hiders out there, this one's for you. And here's another sightseer out here. Hey, well, how do you know? Somebody spoke to me. All right, I'm 1 for 3. I am on a roll now, and I'm excited about life again. Get on down the road before it gets too dark. Shoot, beautiful. Beautiful scenery down through here on every corner pretty much. And now this is more the rural farming type area. Even though parts of Russell County are coal country, this particular part really is on the outskirts of that. It's more, still a lot more farming as you see. We'll head back. The church should be down in the road here just in a bit. Go a little bit quicker so we get there before it gets dark. And I'm running out of things to say about Elk Garden. You know what that's time for? Yes. Exactly what you feared. I might be singing here in a second if something doesn't pop up for me to talk about. In 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I have no choice. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. I got, my daughter got a dog that stays with her mom, and they named the dog Ruby. And I made the mistake of singing that song around my daughter. She wants me to sing it or play it all the time, and she's particularly a fan of the Mel Tillis version. And then Mel Tillis wrote the song, so that's good, I guess. But she prefers Mel Tillis to Kenny Rogers. So I've got the world's youngest Mel Tillis fan at 2 years old. This road gets pretty treacherous in the snow. I've been back here before. And since it's not one of the main roads, they don't work it as quickly as they would somewhere else. I'll be darned, I forgot to speak to that guy. Oh well, maybe I should give all these people a break. Gorgeous day. Still winter supposedly, but man, it's definitely spring is right around the corner. And then here we go. Let's pull in here to the church. And somebody tailgated me. Almost bought me a new car. I'll get out here in just a second. We'll take a look around. It's a pretty neat little church here. Alrighty, let me jump out here and have a little look-see. See you in just a second.
Beautiful little church. like somebody. It's actually birds coming out of the drainage up there. Bikers Hostel. Must have misread that to be Bikers Brothel. Probably do pretty good business too. Bikers take a break. Looks really cool. Probably not going to see many bikers this time of year, but there's an old log cabin back there. I don't feel at liberty to walk that far, but I'll... I don't know who owns this. That's neat. Pretty neat little old log cabin there. I'm not sure if this is still used as a church or not. I would think so, but I don't know that to be true. Says here on the sign. I missed that. Always miss something important. Gives me a good reason to come back, as I always say. But United Methodist Church, founded 1788. Yeah, it looks like they still have services. Elk Garden. And Elk Garden School, community ministry. It seems like it'd be a pretty good place to finish up. I didn't get a really good look at it earlier. A lot of people out here, but I've learned if you just pretend like you belong, most people go along with you. That's beautiful. I like I get something about that darkness. Really makes that eye catchy. Pan that around another old structure in my face, and we'll finish this video up. But thank you guys for watching and subscribing, liking, supporting us, and financially, emotionally, spiritually, however way you can. But I hope you enjoyed this little quick look at Elk Garden, and I will continue to show you the real Appalachia if you keep watching. So thank you.